Thinking about visiting St. Kitts? Is it actually worth the time and the money? We're attempting to explore the entire island in just 8 hours for $100 each.
And if we survive that, we sail to Statia.
My island home, let me tell you about where I'm from. My island in the sun.
Well, this is going to be a nice ride.
This is our tour guide Janil of JB Taxi and Excursions. He's not doing a plie.
Local expert, storyteller, and possibly the reason this day doesn't fall apart.
St. Kitts and Nevis. Legally, one can call us St. Christopher and Nevis. But ever so often, we juggle in between both names. St. Kitts, St. Christopher. Those at the bottom of the buildings were actually slave quarters. They kept slaves down below the buildings until they were ready to auction them.
Right across in the market,
Yes.
yeah.
So at the bottom of most buildings, you would see two more. You would see those sections. You have the farmers market, and also on the left, folks sell their fishes there. So combine vegetables from there and combine fishes from here, and you got yourself a nice meal. So you had the indigenous people that were already here before, and then by 1626 the British came, and then by 1625 the French came. And these two rivals joined forces in 1626 to take the country from the original folks, the Colinago. The story is incomplete.
Hidden in the jungle rainforest is one of the oldest surviving sugar plantations and rum distilleries in the Caribbean, the 1600s built Wingfield Estate.
Today it's an amazing botanical garden and rum-tasting distillery.
I had some other plans for us. She wants to go.
They diverted water from the rainforest onto the aqueduct here, and then onto wheels. The wheel then help to crush the sugar cane and do the manufacturing happening over here.
What is this tree with all these?
Lianas?
Name of it, I don't know, but those are not a part of the tree, they are just vines running on the tree. Almost a parasitic relationship though, because they are looking for water.
Yeah.
So many of the trees, are cedar trees, the bigger ones, with just some random vines swinging across on them. After the boiled sugar cane, in the next location, after the spoil, the thicker part, which is the molasses, seep down, and I guess it would have collected down there, and that's...
Sailors and rum. Good morning.
Oh.
Doing fine, thank you.
So here we go again. Bring that back. Well, this is the good one for the sailboat, you know.
Yeah.
So, I think 2 or more sips. First one, give you a little tingle for when you're doing when you're doing a down island sail or crossing.
Nice.
This is it. Just sit back in the valley and relax.
Sure, it's not.
You guys are ready?
And just like that, we're doing historical research. Since Mojo had never tasted sugarcane before, we asked a complete stranger if we could chop some down in his yard.
Lucky for us, he said yes.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, especially when asking strangers for machetes.
This is your cane.
Okay.
You're gonna slice right here.
Oh, there you go. Slice that. You go ahead. Oh my gosh. All right. Real whack.
Put your hand on my hand. Instead. Put your hand on my
On
hand.
here. Yeah.
Ready? Lift up your head a bit.
Whoa. Yeah. All right.
Come now.
Okay.
That's your cane.
No shot now, most no man now, broke no fight, close up free one, can't keep me go out with tonight. All night, all night. Take up another sweet reggae vibe.
Go for that.
So do you know what to do?
Suck.
Suck.
Right?
Chew.
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 Correct.
Yeah.
Don't eat the fibers. Yeah.
Wow, tasted just like sugar.
Surprise, surprise.
And so on the left you can see some of the fishing boats there. And then as we continue coming up some more on the left, you will see the fish pots being made on your left.
Fish traps are the bane of all sailors. Looks harmless until it wraps your prop and ruins your entire day.
Our next stop is the mighty Fort George Citadel, one of the best preserved military complexes in all of the Americas, laying in the shadow of volcano Mount Liamwega. Known as the Gibraltar of the West Indies, it was built by the British over the 17th and 18th centuries, with high stone walls and commanding views that made it nearly impenetrable.
This counts as our mountain hike, right?
Yeah. For today.
Today, this UNESCO World Heritage Site tells a powerful story of strategy, resilience, and
how to separate tourists from their money using history and a great view.
More we can see up to 4 other islands from on our right. Immediately we can see Statia, 6 miles away from us. Nevis is 2 miles, that's on the opposite end. And beyond it, if the rain cloud moves, then you have Sable on your left, and then St. Bats behind the other rain cloud over there, and further out, far over, you have St. Martin on the far. If you look over there, you have a view of our flag, St. Kitts and Nevis. We are 2 islands, 1 federation, and we together 2 islands with 1 flag, 1 national anthem, 1 national bird, 1 everything else. Though we are 2 islands. On St. Kitts and Nevis, the flag, the green, represents our greenery. Look around. That's us. Liamiga, fertile land. You then see 2 yellow stripes, which represent this sun. We always have the sun, and so you will get that non-stop all year round. We don't have seasons. Black represents our people, and then the 2 white stars there, it is said to be hope and liberty. Some people believe St. Kitts and Nevis, but no, it's hope and liberty. And then the red represents the respective blood that we shed to get us to where we are.
You have to buy the house around.
Cooper's Bar is an off-the-beaten-path restaurant known for authentic local fresh seafood and Caribbean cuisine, like goat stew, roasted lamb, Creole chicken,
and cold drinks, exactly what you need halfway through a budget tour.
All right. Cheers. Ah, thank you. Cheers. Great day.
What is the Ethiopian imperial flag doing here?
Well, to the Rastafarians, they honor the last emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, as a living god and return of the Messiah. More commonly today, it's a symbol of cultural freedom, spiritual pride, and a legacy of resistance.
Along the rugged northeastern coast of St. Kitts, the striking area of Black Rocks,
appropriately named,
was formed thousands of years ago by ancient volcanic eruptions. As molten lava flowed into the ocean and cooled rapidly, it hardened into these dramatic black formations where land and ocean continue to collide. So 8 hours of touring for $100? And honestly, we'd do it again tomorrow. Janelle even wants to try sailing with us next year.
We didn't even need to sleep on that decision. We'll be seeing you, Janelle. If you're enjoying the ride, hit like and subscribe, and join this slightly questionable new crew, like Denver Milner, Neda, Khushbo Kitchen, SailingKumatoo, and SJ Ruhena.
We get an early start to sail to Statia, with the winds coming out of the west instead of easterly trade winds.
West wind? In the Caribbean? That's not normal.
Now the wind changes direction to the east where it should be.
Silence coming with this. In a roadside cafe, 10 miles south of Bliss.
Surprise, surprise! Calm winds behind a volcano. Peaceful, scenic, and completely useless.
Yet it does provide for a spectacular view. but I hope the wind picks up.
Said no sailor ever to the wind gods because they listen with a vengeance. While we're admiring the volcano, almost missed this fisherman who has his net strung across the channel. Hard to starboard!
This is how quickly a good day can go sideways.
Gotta take it down in this old town where I got something to prove. The AM radio's playing our song. I see a light where the curtains are drawn. Just a glimmer of hope behind the look in your eyes. With the waitress behind you, take another sip, I'll remind you. My truck's still running outside in case you change your mind. And the awkward conversation, it's all starting again. Cupid's aim is untrue, he's got some explaining to do.
You can see all of the oil tankers to avoid, but it's what you don't see that gets you.
Lots of fishing traps out here today.
And now Liam shows you how to properly dive an anchor and destroy a wireless mic at the same time.
Wondered why you couldn't hear my screams underwater.
Maybe the coffee can't fix silence coming with this. In this Roadhouse Cafe, 10 miles south of this. There's no use in trying if there ain't no risk.
Anchors properly set.
Check,
Keels look intact.
check,
Rudders where they should be.
check,
Give the OK sign to those waiting above.
check.
And here we are again tonight on video,
Yay!
having dinner with Captain Mojo preparing.
Thai red curry chicken with vegetables over rice.
Sounds delicious.
Wine. And some white wine to go with that. Yes.
And I'm not tasting that way.
I know.
Like we just
We switched it up tonight.
keeping it fresh.
Keeping it fresh.
Wow, I don't know if I can handle it, but it makes for a great video, I guess.
Well, you know, maybe you could have brushed your hair. Aside from that.
Days like this remind us why we chose this lifestyle. New places, new people, and moments you could never plan. And occasionally doing it all for under $100.
Thanks for sharing our journey and subscribing. And check out this next video, as we believe Alexander Hamilton would have liked it too.
Get up and push yourself and don't be bothered by no limits.